I'm Jill Marshall, I'm Head of Design. So I feel it's important to reflect on the design heritage of the brand because it's the essence of the brand. You know, going back to the roots, going back to the beginning, and really sort of bringing that back into the contemporary ranges and contemporary setting of Salt Rock. There's a big feel for the 90s and the noughties at the moment. Just loads of people are buying vintage surf brands or vintage brands from that era on Depop and on Vinted. And so it felt right. This felt like the right time to go back to the beginning, go back to the roots of the brand and think about what prints we have available to bring back into the modern time. There's such a rich heritage within this brand, and looking at the personality and bringing that original sort of idea, original ideals, and talking to Ross about what he was thinking when he did it, you know, has been fascinating and really fun, and really interesting for us all to reflect on where it all came from and to reflect that in the contemporary collections. It still feels really right. You know, we're looking at some of those prints and a lot of them have stood the test of time. Some definitely haven't. But yeah, it's. I think it's the perfect time to be looking back to that era and bringing them into the range. We wanted to launch a range of 5 limited edition tees to celebrate the heritage of the brand. It felt like the right time. We've talked to Ross and asked him to pull out some of his favourites and some of his best-selling prints. And to hear about all the heritage of that as well has been really great. And it's really lovely to look at the character of the brand from that time and the heritage and the personality and bring that into the ranges. I think also the prints are so strong. It feels, you know, we've got so many customers from who still shop with us from 1988, who've been shopping with us from the beginning, and they're so passionate about these prints. They still wear prints from a really long time ago, and so we know that people love the old prints and love the more heritage pieces. So we thought it was great to really celebrate them and make them special and make them one-offs. For those people who really love the brand and have loved it from the beginning. It's really hard to pick. I think all 5 offer what we wanted to do was offer something very different with all of them, so they really offered a choice. I think my favourite is the Balls to the Wall, because it evokes that feeling of the mischievousness of the brand and the character, and just the cheekiness that was there in the beginning. It's, you know, a little bit cheeky. So, you know, I love the fact that we're sort of referring back to that sort of mischievousness within Salt Rock. Design for Salt Rock today is all about making the range fit for contemporary customers, but also celebrating the original sort of vision of the brand as well, and going back to the roots of the brand and making it right for our modern customer. It's also all about keeping the personality of the brand. So we've really, I've felt very passionate about making sure we know who our customer is and what they want to buy in Salt Rock, what they love about Salt Rock, and also to make sure that we are bringing the original sort of vision of the brand into the future. You know, we love the prints. We've always been such a print-centric company. It's always been about, you know, celebrating the print within Salt Rock. So it's about making sure that we're keeping to the roots and the original sort of ideas, but making them right for our modern day customer.